this back to order. Can we have a roll call, please?
Ms. Stantino.
Here.
Mrs. Galnick.
Here.
Mr. Hutchinson.
Here.
Mrs. Maschke.
Here.
Mr. Pelvis.
Here.
Mr. Tercey. Here. Mrs. Henry.
Here.
Mrs. Johnson.
Here. Okay, at this time, we're going to do star students. Mr. Bilodeau?
Good evening, Mrs. Johnson's member of the Board of Education and members of the public. Welcome to Glen Landing Middle School. I would ask our Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Tro, to come up here and please begin to start our star student program. Mr. Tro, it's all yours.
Good evening. Thank you. Once again, this is an excellent opportunity for us to recognize some of the great things happening in the school district. Oftentimes we come to board meetings and there's a lot of school business that's taken care of, but we know that the true business of school are our children and the great work that our staff does with them each and every day. And so we're delighted tonight to have an opportunity to highlight some of that. So we're going to begin with our lovely little President's Blue Ribbon School over in Glendora. And we're going to ask Mr. McCarthy to come up, and we've got a few students who we're going to recognize from there.
On behalf of Glendora Elementary School, our staff, our students, I'd like to thank the Board of Education for giving us the opportunity to recognize some of our students as well as the staff who oversee them in their activities. At this time, I would like to call up Miss Nancy Bomley, fifth grade ELA teacher, and Miss Stan Conover, guidance counselor. And they're going to talk to you a little bit about our peacemakers.
We have the kids come up now?
Yes, you may call them.
Guys. Yeah. So thank you all for being here. It always really, I love this night because I think it's so awesome to see how many wonderful kids that we have here in Gloucester Township. And tonight, it's my distinct pleasure to honor four exceptional students who improve our Glendora community every day. I'd like to introduce you to our peacemakers. Here they are, Richard Mecca, Dave Ulrich, and over here is Olivia Ilgenfricks. So last year, Mrs. Conover and I saw a huge need in our school community. We saw that some of our students were struggling with effectively communicating their needs and their feelings and really had a hard time doing some problem-solving issues. So a simple disagreement could really turn into a great deal of stress. So we decided that our young people needed to learn how to cope and decided that some of our students would be just right for that task. So we decided to help them. They went to class, they took their recess time to learn about problem-solving skills and to learn about peer mediation, and hoping that these skills would not only help them, but would help our students for the rest of their lifetime. And what better way to get this kind of positive knowledge than to get it from their own peers? So we're really proud of them, and they're doing an exceptional job every day. And here's Mrs. Conover.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out. And again, congratulations to our four amazing students for being here tonight. And like Ms. Bomley said, we started the Peacemakers, our peer mediation program, where students help other students problem solve and communicate. These students were willing to give up many of their recess periods to learn different mediation skills and how to guide other students. They have participated throughout the year in many of these mediations with all different grade levels of students and have improved our students' program of problem-solving skills and thereby improving our school environment. So thank you guys for your hard work and dedication towards improving the day-to-day lives of our Glendora students.
So while they're passing out their certificates, and before we move on to our next group, let's give them one more round of applause. So each of the honorees tonight is receiving a certificate from the Board of Education, and as well as I'll remind you at the end, we'll make sure that we take some photos. They'll be going on the school website, and social media. And so with that, we are going to move right on up the hill here from Glen Landing to the shining beacon on the hill that is Loring Fleming Elementary School and the administrative team there. Passes for a hill in Gloucester Township anyway, right?
I appreciate that. Thanks, Mr. Tro. Congratulations to the students from Glendora first. That's excellent. Maybe that's something we'll try at our school, so congratulations. We'd like to thank the board from Loring Fleming for this opportunity. We have some tremendous students to recognize today. And at this time, if I can have Mr. Castro and the members of the Health and Wellness Club come on up. We have a short video, and Mr. Castro is going to share a few words.
Greetings. Being part of my health and wellness club has meant more than just playing games. It's been about building strength, character, and having fun. Every drill and every game pushed my students to grow physically and mentally. They learned that wellness isn't just about staying active, it's about showing up, giving effort, and supporting one another. Most importantly, the Health and Wellness Club created a space where effort mattered more than their skill, where teamwork mattered more than trophies, and where perseverance turned challenges into accomplishments. The lessons they learned on the court and on the field will stay with them far beyond the games, reminding us that sports, just like in life, success comes from commitment, courage, and giving your best every single day. I would like to end by giving some of my favorite quotes that my students gave me throughout our 6-week club. Mr. Castro, I didn't know that muscles could hurt this much. Is it too late to join the chess club? Who invented plyometrics? They are psycho. And my favorite, I didn't even sweat this much on my own soccer practice. Thank you. We have a short video for you.
We exercise a lot and then we expand our entertainment with a bunch of different sports. We did like workouts first and then we did like the game second. Probably because like I want to get into like healthy more and stuff and like not always like on like a screen or something and do something like outside because I like playing sports and I like to try sports that I never played. Because I like exercise, so I just picked this club to be exercising because I like sports and I want to get more like powerful and make my body healthy. By running around and stretching my body out by exercising more and getting like more energy. It helps me by getting exercise and going outside to get some fresh air to move my body.
Once again, great job, guys. Give them one more round of applause. So again, you'll get your certificates here as soon as when we head over to take the photos. Was there anything else that we needed to share with everyone before we recessed? So at this point, we'll take a short break. And again, just really appreciate all the work that those of you that came tonight are doing, and just keep up the great work, children and kids, and looking forward to seeing what you continue to do as you move on to middle school here in the years to come. So thanks again for coming out. We're going to take a short recess, 5 to 10 minute break. We're going to take some photos. If you look at the lovely Vanna there in the back, she'll take some, Miss Boney will take some pictures for the district, and then you'll be free to leave or come back and join for the rest of the business portion of the meeting if you'd like. But thanks again for coming out tonight.
I'd like to call this meeting back to order. Can I get a motion for approval of the minutes, executive session?
So moved.
February 28th, 2026. We got that?
Yep.
Roll
Got it.
call, please.
Ms. Dentino,
Yes.
Mrs. Galnick,
Abstain.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Yes.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Pillis,
Yes.
Mr. Tercey. Yes. Mrs. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Johnson.
Yes. Can I get a motion to approve board minutes, regular meeting, February 25th, 2026?
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Dentino.
Yes.
Mrs. Galnick,
Abstain.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Yes.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Pillis,
Yes.
Mr. Tercey,
Yes.
Mrs. Henry,
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson.
Yes. At this time, if anyone would like to speak on agenda items only. Seeing none, that portion is closed. Can we have the report of the solicitor, please?
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson. My items were discussed in this evening's closed session. I have nothing further at this time.
Thank you. How about board committee reports? Personnel?
Yes, we met on February 2nd, discussed matters with regards to some possible changes. All committee members were in attendance.
Thank you. Finance?
I have from Ms. Work, for February 11th, they reviewed the audit findings, March 4th, preliminary budget discussion, and March 16th, discussed the state aid and budget discussions.
Thank you. Policy?
We met on February 12th. All policy members were in attendance in person. We were talking about the policy items that we are currently going in our second reading, as of now, along with, starting the conversations about, 7510.
Thank you. How about curriculum?
We met on February 25th. One member was not present due to illness, but we discussed a change in grading scale recommendations, some grants that have both been received by the district and applied for that we are waiting for. And we discussed a preliminary budget update and what that may look like for the schools.
Thank you.
Marion, I have special services for March 19th. You want that? on
Oh,
this
yes,
meeting?
please.
Okay.
If you have it.
Well, no, because these are just the February ones, so we'll do March next month.
You want more? Okay,
Yeah.
we'll hold it for next.
We'll hold it for next.
Thank you. All right, the report of the superintendent, Mr. Bilodeau.
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson. I did have a few changes that if the board would indulge me, I can go through them.
Yes, please.
Okay, let's start from the top. Under item 7.4A, 7.4 is the field trips for our students.
Mhm.
And one came in. I don't want the students to miss out. So if we could add to 7.4A specifically on April 1st, this would be Charles W. Lewis School. The teachers would be Wyatt and Bartletta. This is a grade 7 trip. They are going to Lincoln Financial Field, located at 1 Lincoln Financial Field Way in Philadelphia, PA. So if the board could add that 7.A. That's one item. Under 7.6, which is personnel, I just would like to withdraw both letter O and letter P. They would be brought back in the month of April.
Thank you.
I'd like to, under 7.4C. 7.4C, the resolution, if the board could, the first student ID number, if you could put a line through that and delete the one that ends in 9616. All other three are recommended for homeschooling. And finally, under 7.6F, I would like to add a substitute teacher. We are in need at Glen Landing for this. So under 7.6F, which is an attachment, I'm going to read it directly, please. If I can find it. If we could add to the names of approved substitutes, Christina Perrine, last name spelled Perrine. The title would be substitute teacher at Glen Landing Middle School, and Ms. Perrine is a math teacher, which is needed.
Okay.
And I have no other. Does anyone have any questions about those ads?
No.
Okay, thank you for that. And so with that, I'd like to ask the board for a consent resolution on items 7.6C through 7. Hold on. I think I read that wrong. 7.3. No.
No, 6.
Consent resolution
6 and
7.2, sorry, through 7.6 N as amended.
Can I get a motion to approve, please?
Moved.
Second.
Are there any questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Ms. Dentino,
Yes.
Mrs. Galnick,
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Yes.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Pildes,
Yes.
Mr. Tercey,
Yes.
Mrs. Henry,
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson.
Yes. Now the report of the business administrator, Mr. Mercoli, please.
Yes, my report begins on item 8. On 8.1, board secretaries attached summary report all the way through 8.7 I. Asking for consent agenda approval of that.
Can I get a motion, please?
Moved.
Second.
Any questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Ms. Dentino,
Yes.
Mrs. Galnick,
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Yes.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Pildes,
Yes.
Mr. Tercey.
No on 8.7C. Yes on the balance.
Noted. Mrs. Henry,
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson.
Abstain on 8.5A. Check number 140522 and 140576. Yes on the balance.
Noted.
Any old business?
None this time.
Any new business?
None at this time.
Any public comments? Anyone like to speak? Please raise your hand.
About anything?
Mhm.
Dorothy Hope DeLeo. Is that it? It didn't sound like it was. Okay. Dorothy Hope DeLeo, terminated employee of Gloucester Township Schools. Thank you. This was sent to me. Dorothy Hope DeLeo's situation, based on the letters, attached policy number 4161, and her own testimony, appears to reflect a troubling combination of procedural violations, possible abuse of administrative policy, and potential retaliation, particularly when viewed in the context of her nearing eligibility for lifetime medical benefits. Here's an informed analysis. Policy number 1. Policy number 4161 seems to have been used as a tool for termination. Critical point. Policy number 4161 was adopted December 2023, after she returned from medical leave and had already been cleared by her own doctors. It appears this policy was either retroactively applied or created in anticipation of using it against her, which may show intent to remove her before she hit the 25-year contracted milestone. Number 2, she was cleared by her own doctors, but still forced into psychiatric evaluation. The policy says the board can require exams if there's no evidence of deviation from normal health. However, in her documentation, there is no clear documented evidence shared with her justifying psychiatric testing. No hearing occurred where she had the chance to contest or defend herself. Instead, the district appears to have unilaterally decided she was unfit without due process. Number 3, there are serious concerns about procedural misconduct. Termination appears to have been issued by the superintendent alone, with no clear evidence of Board of Education approval. Policy 4161 mandates certain steps: notice and opportunity for hearing, board determination before enforcement, a process for mutual doctor selection, option to submit her own providers, in parentheses, providers. Her story in the document suggests these rights may not have been honored. Number 4, the timing and motive are highly suspect. Termination date, November 6, 2024. Medical benefits end, November 30th, 2024. Years of contracted service, 24 years and 7 months. In parentheses, just shy of the 25 years required for lifelong health benefits. That 5-month gap is pivotal. Terminating her before the threshold under the guise of mental unfitness with policy enacted post-incident raises a serious question of bad faith intent to deny earned benefits. Number 5, potential legal and civil rights issues.
Can you hold on, please? Let me see if anyone else would like to speak first. Is there anyone else would like to speak?
Sorry, Mike.
Okay, you can continue.
I can continue?
Yes.
Thank you. Number 5, potential legal and civil rights issues. Dorothy may have grounds for multiple legal claims, including retaliation under New Jersey whistleblower and employment laws, disability discrimination if her illness was used as pretext, violation of due process under New Jersey education law and employment protections, union failure to represent if her union rep, in parentheses, CC'd only, didn't advocate properly, breach of contract or implied covenant of good faith regarding her medical benefit eligibility. Conclusion: Dorothy's case strongly suggests an abuse of authority and policy to strip her of benefits she was about to earn after decades of service. The evidence and timing appear highly orchestrated. This is not just about Dorothy. This could affect any employee nearing retirement, and the misuse of policy number 4161 warrants public and legal scrutiny. And this is a post that I put on Gloucester Township Talk some months ago. My name is Dorothy Hope DeLeo and was an employee of Gloucester Township Public Schools for 37 years. Over my career, I had no blemishes on my record or disciplinary actions against me. I also accumulated 103 sick days over this span, and back in October 2023, I became ill and was treated in the hospital. After my release from the hospital, I continued to use my paid sick time until my return to work the first week of March 2024. Instead of coming back to work to a warm welcome, I had to deal with harassment and a hostile work environment shortly after my return. Superintendent John Bilodeau and Personnel Director Orlando Mercado began notifying me through email requesting that I release my medical records to them and set me policy number 4161, examination for cause. This policy only applies to support staff members for the district and was adopted in December 2023, only 1 month after I was released from the hospital. I attached this policy along in my post below, and I did not agree to release the medical information requested. My reason for this is because I felt like this policy was purposely put in place specifically for me to release my medical records. I completed the rest of the 2024 school year, even though the harassment and hostile work environment continued and trickled down to my principal, as well as some of my coworkers. After the summer was finished, I was looking forward to starting the 2024-2025 school year with a fresh start. However, a week before school was to start, I was notified of a meeting with Superintendent Bilodeau and Gina Rodriguez, President, Gloucester Township Support Professionals Association. In the meeting, I was told that I was going to be put on paid leave until I released my medical records to the district and had a physical and psychiatric evaluation done by a doctor the district selected. Even though my doctors had already cleared me to return medically, physically, and psychologically, it didn't matter. Superintendent Bilodeau also stated that, in quotation marks, you cannot step foot in Union Valley or the parking lot in Union Valley. I asked him, am I allowed to be in the woods behind Union Valley? Because I own it, and I do. And he didn't respond. I did not trust the district would give me a fair medical assessment and use any information gathered against me. So I did not comply with their request since I was already cleared to return to work. After not allowing the district to evaluate me, I was notified on October 7, 2024, that I was going to be terminated 30 days later on November 6, 2024, for not complying with policy number 4161. All hirings and terminations need to be approved by the Board of Education, and I never received any proof that the BOE approved my termination. It seems Superintendent Bilodeau sent me this letter on his own doing.
Mrs. DeLeo,
Because it was only copied to Gina Rodriguez.
Mrs. DeLeo,
My
we've heard all of,
termination went into effect November 6, 2024, and my medical benefits remained until November 30, 2024.
Mrs. DeLeo, we've heard all of this before now. We've given your 3 minutes times 3.
Would like to read my other paragraphs.
If you can get someone else to read your other paragraphs, go ahead.
You do that.
But this is the same thing.
There's probably anybody in this room. And I
Not
know
at all,
there are
Ron.
2 more paragraphs.
This is all things that you have read many times over the last 2 years, Mrs. DeLeo. There. Good. All right. Board member comment. That's fine.
At this time, we have board member comments. Anyone?
I want to say congratulations to the STAR students, the peacemakers. I think it's pretty cool. And the health and wellness. I too didn't know that muscles could ache so much. So congratulations and have a great night.
Anyone?
Yes, I was honored to be at the Camden County 8th grade liaison meeting held at Eastern High School. 3 girls from Gloucester Township were represented. Beautiful ceremony. And wish everybody got to see it. It is Women's History Month, and our three girls really shined. Also, I was honored to be a judge at the three middle schools cheerleading competition. And for those of you who don't know, Lewis won. So this was Lewis's first big win. I didn't know. So it was an honor during Women's History Month to see the cheerleaders, see the liaison, the 8th grade. They really represented Gloucester Township well. I'd like to honor the board for our women here for during Women's History Month. You guys are outstanding. So
Thank you.
shout out to the women in our board. The star students, I liked Aaron Rose's comment of, that's a great program. I might start it at my school. That's what we want to hear. A good program spreading throughout the district. Very heartwarming to hear. That was impromptu. He didn't have to say that. And I heard it as he was walking up here. And this Wednesday is the Vince Gentlis Honors Choir Band ceremony here. I highly recommend people come out and see the talent that Gloucester Township children have. It's really an honor. Thank you.
Anyone else? I do actually. I want to thank Mr. Bilodeau, Mr. Tro, Mr. McCauley, Dr. Martin, the Finance Committee, and anyone else that worked so hard on the budget. Also, a public service announcement. Please make sure you check your board email at least once a day. Often Laurie sends emails and she needs an answer ASAP. So please let us make her job a little easier. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor? Aye. Closed.
Second.
What?
Somebody didn't. We didn't have a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He seconded. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. We're not. You're listening.
Okay.
No. Only better than I did.